What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World Evolution 3. We are back in this new park. Well, in our park. And today we're going to see if we can finish it up, get some finishing touches on it, and we're going to see how it goes. And yeah, I've read the community post, and the votes are in. And 86% of you have said you wanted to put Megalodon in here. And only 16% or 14% said Mosasaurus. So we're going to put Megalodon in. We're going to see if we can get a male and a female. Now, I have gotten a comment on tips of everything and on how to basically run the park. And yeah, I do read comments. And some of you did say that I should add, like, real dimorphism. That way there. The males are more vibrant and the females are paler in color. And the terrain, I use terrain to, like, make the enclosures look more natural. I do that. And it is getting a little crowded in here, I will admit. But they should be fine in here, hopefully. It is lagging a bit because of all the creatures, and I do apologize for that. But yeah, anyway, we got that, and there was also another piece of advice. I'll add, like, guest sections, which I do have. There's this guest section over here. There's a section for guests over here. And there's a section for guests over here. What I probably should do is decorate this a bit more. You know, let me get some decorations going. And, yeah, we're just putting in the Megalodons as we speak. Let's, where's decorations? Scenery, there it is. What do we want? Statues, I believe? Or we want T-Rex skeletons. I feel like it would make sense here because we have T-Rex over here. Just to make that look a little more like an actual park. Yes, I do listen to suggestions. I would have to cover all of this, but, it's fine. You know what? It's fine. I figured a dirt path because it's more natural and whatever, but, like... No, we could replace the path and whatever. Trying to make it look more like an actual park rather than just some dirt trails. Alright, that's the aquatic section done. Let's move on to the next section, which is this section here. Yeah, I'm just updating the section and overcrowding. Piss off. There we go. We got that bit covered. And maybe I'll add some more paths and whatever, I guess. Because they are kind of just straight lines. Yeah, we should update the section. But first, let's check on our Megalodons. Oh yeah, it's just the one. I'm going to have to put another Megalodon in. I forgot about that. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to modify the genome. Yeah, I forgot to do this. There we go. Put that in there, and then put another one in. Just so we have a male and a female. We need, like, to make this section more spacious. That's what we need to do. Alright, replace is already turned off. I want to make this look more like an actual park rather than... Yeah, I'm just finishing up the park. That's really all I'm doing. Making sure they look more like actual parks rather than just a long path. Live birth imminent? What's this all about? Oh, it's the Dunkleosteus. Oh, they actually give birth to live young. That's interesting. I mean, it makes sense. Alright, so you had 2 offspring. Nice. Alright, let me go ahead and put some more paths in. Fill that up. There we go. Yeah, it's looking a little more creative. If I do say so myself. Yeah, I do want to end this off with, like, what's it called? A balloon tour. I do want to get a balloon tour going. I want to utilize every new thing we've got. There we go. And then maybe we could decorate this with statues or something. Here we go. Hold on. I want to cover this. There we go. Alright. That looks good. Now it will look even better once we put, like, scenery. Maybe some statues or something. And then maybe we'll put, like, a Megalodon statue. Oh, we have to color it. Let's change the color of that. Maybe make it, I don't know, blue with, like, this blue. I don't know. Yeah, because this is an aquatic area, so it only makes sense to put Megalodon over here, since we're showing that off. Alright, well, speaking of which, let's hatch them up. Alright. Let's make this the female. And then this the male. There we go. And then put, like, a nest over here. You know, we'll wait for them to come on out. We'll wait for them to hatch up, and we'll see what goes on there. Alright, so we got the Dunkleosteus looking cool. We've also got the Megalodons, and let me fill this up with path. There we go. That's looking good. We have a T-Rex statue over here. Oh, no, that's not filled up. There we go. Maybe we should put some tables and chairs. What's this, the shopping? That's food. Okay, that would make sense to put, like, tables and chairs. We need some tables and chairs. How do we put them in? Where would the tables and chairs be? Here we go. We got benches. That could work, too. We'll have some benches over here. Some tables and chairs. There we go. Decorating it a little bit. It's looking nice. Alright, let's release the 2 Megalodons. I kind of want to add one more species in the swamp park. Maybe Dimetrodon. They could be on this, like, little island here. We could probably put some, like, food here, maybe. Put some carnivore feeders here. And then maybe remove the vegetation, or some of the vegetation anyway. There we go. And they have their little patch of forest here. They can swim around, do whatever they want. Alright, and they'll still have enough room for the river cruise and whatever. Oh, let's maybe smoothen the terrain a little more here. Alright, we should have enough stuff. Alright, let's get Dimetrodon going. That'll be our next species, and then we can work on the, what's it called? The balloon tour. Alright, Dimetrodon. Where's Dimetrodon? Let's try to get some dimorphism with the males and females. Try to. There we go. How many are we gonna get? 4. Fair enough. Alright. Let's see if we have any vibrant males. Alright, let's have those. Let's get a delivery zone going. We got some Suchomimuses swimming around. That's awesome. Look at that. Awesome. Live birth imminent. We got some more Dunkleosteus. Awesome. The Dunkleosteus population is increasing, which is awesome. Alright, so to the park. So what are these? Alright. Let's see what we can do for nests. They want to be hidden from guests. You got it. Alright, we got some eggs from the Kentros. Nest location issues. Okay. Yeah, this is looking cool. Looking really cool. And then we'll work on the balloon tour once the Dimetrodons are released. Let's release the Dimetrodons and place them over here. Alright, while that goes on, let's start the balloon tour. Maybe we could have like a balloon tour. Hold on, how much room do we... We still have some room to maybe put one more enclosure in. Alright, so where do I want to start the balloon tour? Alright, let's see how this works. Because I want to utilize a lot of the new things they have. Like the balloon tour is one of them. We got the zip line. That's awesome. We got the encounter. Alright, we got tracks. Let's go ahead. Have like a tour. Go all the way around the park. So then people are able to see everything that goes on in the park. Alright, the balloon tour has been completed.
Ladies and gentlemen, take to the skies and marvel at the sights with our newly opened balloon tour.
We have balloon tours, which is awesome. I love when Frontier listens to us. And you can see the entire park from here. And the Dimetrodons are being released, which is awesome. Let's open the container. Our new species has been hatched up. Dimetrodon. Just to make this more vibrant. Animal is pregnant. Marine animals carrying life. Okay, so the marine animals actually give birth to live young. And it's the Megalodon. She's pregnant. Okay. Look at the balloon go. Look at that. And you'll be able to get a whole tour of the park. And the Megalodons have lifetime bonds, which is awesome to hear. Always awesome to hear. Alright, so I do realize we still have space for a couple more enclosures. So here's what I'm thinking. We could have this enclosure. Maybe we could put Spinosaurus in here? I don't think there'd be enough space, would there? Maybe if I give them all this space. Use the terrain tools to make, like, environments and enclosures. To make it more natural. Yeah, that's what one of the comments did say. What do we got here? More Kentros. Awesome. Alright, let me just check and see if anything got out. Nope, I think we're all good. We got some space over here. We could put something over here, but what exactly? I have no idea. Maybe we could put, like, I don't know, maybe Spinosaurus over here, and then maybe some raptors over by the Utyrannus. But I'm thinking maybe Pyroraptor? We need another small carnivore. That's what we need. You know, let's put Acrocanthosaurus in here. We don't play around with that too often. So, just to change it up a bit, we'll put Acrocanthosaurus in. We'll wall that off. And then this will be Acrocanthosaurus territory. Now you're thinking. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, how are we going to get to them? Well, that's a very good question. All right, that's a little too low, so let's raise that a bit. Bring that up. We're going to have a little area. We'll have a little area where we can view them. Wait, I just made a stream. How I did that, I have no idea. This should be big enough. What do you mean outside buildable area? We'll raise the terrain if we need to. Alright, let's maybe raise the terrain over here just in case. Use the environment, use the terrain tools to make natural looking enclosures. Yeah, I do listen. I do listen from time to time. Alright. I don't think we need any more from here. There's a little section where guests can hang out, do whatever they want. We'll add like a hotel and amenity and all that stuff in here. Raise the terrain up a bit. Yeah, I figured we'd add Acrocanthosaurus in here just to add more variety. Just to play around with it a bit more. Alright, under attractions, right? We need a viewing gallery. We've got a viewing gallery anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and get a Hyperloop station. That should be under guests. Yeah. Hyperloop station. There we go. We got a Hyperloop going all the way to the... Wrong button. I want to curve it. There we go. Thank you. All the way over to this enclosure. Alright, I'll get back to that in a minute. Let's check back on the Dimetrodons. See what they need. What kind of nest do they need? Alright, they're missing arid. We can give them some arid. That's really all they need. Alright, they're all set to go. Alright, they're all set. Alright, let's see what they need for nests. I think they need a small nest. Medium. Okay, they need a medium nest. Let's get them a medium nest. There we go. We got movement in the nest, and it's more Uterenuses. How awesome is that? Yeah, so the balloon is just traveling everywhere. We got a complete, well, not a complete tour of the balloon, but we got something anyway. Yeah, the balloon will be flying past here. Well, that's good. Alright, let's build a bathroom. First of all, let's build a hotel. I want to build a hotel first. Let's get a Jurassic Park themed hotel. We'll put it like, I don't know. We'll put it over here so you can get a nice view of the ocean. There we go, that's looking good. That's looking good. We got a little hotel, we've got some buildings. We got all that stuff. Alright, maybe we should put some decorations here. Alright. I think the only thing we have left to do is set up the acro enclosure. Let's have like a carnivore feeder here, maybe some live prey feeders. That way there they have that. And then a viewing log. I feel like that would be a great idea. Viewing log. Where would that be? Under attractions. There we go. There's that not allowed crap again. Oh, no, never mind. We got it. Alright, let's go.
We have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Let's get another one of these. Let's get another feeder like this. Enclosures, there we go. We'll get another feeder over here just in case the acrocanthosaurs wander over here. And then we need a delivery zone, of course. And we'll need to get 2 of them. Alright, where's the delivery zone? Oh, I deleted that. Hold on, let me get another delivery zone. Alright, let's go ahead and create probably our last dinosaur. No, second to last. I also want to add like a smaller carnivore. Let's get Acrocanthosaurus. There we go, that's just going to be the one, so let's add another one in. Alright, the enclosure should be done. We still got space. There we go. The Acrocanthosaurs are done. In the meantime, let's see what we want to put in here. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, Velociraptor? I figured it only makes sense. Or Pyroraptor, maybe. Because they can swim. That'd be awesome. Alright, let's get some deep water over here. And a little shallow area so they can drink. Something's on low health. What's on low health? Why are you on low health? You're starving. There's food. There's plenty of food. Am I gonna have to get a paleomedical facility? I don't think they'll be able to access this. That's the problem. We're gonna try it. Let's go into operations. Get a paleomedical facility. Quick before this Dreadnoughtus dies. Because it decided it wants to starve to death. Alright. Alright, add task. I want you to heal this guy. Heal this guy if you can. Get to him quickly. And it's too late. Damn it! It starved to death. Why did it starve to death? Wait, what gender is the other one? A male. We're gonna have to create another female. Well, we've got the paleomedical facility, just in case. Let's get another female, because I can't believe that guy starved itself. Looks like the Acrocanthosaurus.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased
Release via airlift. Let's put it over here. Alright, let's get a female over here. There we go. We're gonna have to get another female. Got movement in the nest. Dimetrodons. Cool. We got some Dimetrodons in here. 4 of them, it looks like. So I think the Dimetrodons are happy here. We'll get the Acrocanthosaurs to their new enclosure, and then let's see if we can finally get the Raptor enclosure going. Pyroraptor, that is. Alright, so we unfortunately lost one of the Dreadnoughtuses because it starved to death. We do have one, but it's a male. I'll have to get another delivery zone. Let's release the first Acrocanthosaurus. A Thanatos Draken just claimed another nest. Alright, let's get another delivery zone for over here. And let's get this Dreadnoughtus out. This new female Dreadnoughtus. The other Acro is being delivered. These guys are just expanding their territory. We don't have any people here yet. But I'm sure once they hear about the new Acrocanthosaurus, they should be good to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, pleased to welcome a Dreadnoughtus to the park.
Acrocanthosaurus. There's the female. Let's see what these guys need. Cover and pasture. They need pasture. That's really all they need. There we go. That's good. Alright, the balloon is still floating around. We got some more stuff going. Alright, I guess we need a large nest for them. Right? Large. Yep, large. Alright, let's get a large nest going. Maybe have like a cave. I'm guessing they need privacy from guests. Oh, they don't have any requirements. Cool. They're not fussy at all. There we go. They should be happy now. Territory too small for new arrivals. Oh, piss off. They'll breed up. I know they will. Alright. We got that going. We've replaced the Dreadnoughtus with a new female Dreadnoughtus. Oh, you're an evolution Dreadnoughtus. That's fine. Let's just get rid of that. We got a new Dreadnoughtus. Alright, let's finish off the episode by creating the Pyroraptor enclosure. Let's go ahead and maybe make a heavy fence. Use the terrain to your advantage when you can. I do remember that. No, that's inside buildable area. What do you mean? There we go. And then let's replace this. Might as well. Might as well replace the path while we're here. What's on low health now? Megalodon, why? Oh, I didn't give them any food. I don't think I gave them any food. Yeah, I didn't give them any food. That's why. Alright, let's get our final dino. Let's get the Pyroraptor. Someone did suggest Pyroraptor. No, that's Utah Raptor we want. Pyroraptor, there we go. Now let's have two males and 2 females. Let's go. 2 males and 2 females. We'll worry about the nest in a minute. No tunnel connection. Alright, complete connection. There we go. That'll be the final thing we do today. Someone did suggest to release some Pyroraptors. We got a Suchomimus. Some Suchomimuses made their way over to the Dimetrodon enclosure. Well, it's their land just as much as it is the Dimetrodons. I was going to say, what's on low health? How are the T-Rexes doing? They're doing good. That's awesome to hear. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Pyroraptors nice and comfortable in their new home. We've got deep water, we've got shallow water. Yeah, working with these procedurally generated islands is very difficult. I've noticed. Next time, I'll probably just use a flat area next time, so I can get a little more creative with the park. 2 males and 2 females. Just trying to utilize whatever space we have.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Pyroraptor to the park.
Alright, we got the Pyroraptors ready. Now, obviously, they're gonna need food, so let's go ahead and get them some food. Oh yeah, they're completely fine. Oh, we got some movement in the nest. What do we got here? More Dryosaurs. Awesome. Yeah, that is getting a bit crowded. Missing ground fiber. Pyroraptors already claiming nests, which is awesome. Yeah, they're completely fine. Alright. And this is our park, pretty much. We got 2 Acrocanthosaurs, we got some Dimetrodons, and we've also got a bunch of other stuff. We got an Edmontosaurus that got out. Got an Edmontosaurus that got out and wandered all the way over here. Let's bring it back. How these guys keep... That's how they keep getting out. Alright. Yeah, they keep getting out. I don't want them to get out. Yeah, this is how they get out. No, don't return to base just yet. We got more Edmontosaurs getting out. And with that, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.